Hi, guys. Thank you for tuning in to another episode for Tips for a Magical Life. I'm your host, Lady Ember. Today, we're going to be talking about understanding separate realities. Now, we live in a multiversal simulation, okay? And I'm not going to tell you who's running the simulation because that's up to you to decide. That's part of your own religious walk, your own religious path. However, you need to understand that these separate realities need to stay separate in certain regards. So let's dive right on into this, okay? Now, while we're on the subject of being interested in the way other people do things, like I talked about in my last tip for a magical life, we're going to take a moment here to discuss separate realities. If you've traveled to a foreign country or even seen depictions of them in movies, you're aware of just how vast the difference among cultures can be. The principle of separate reality says that the differences among individuals is every bit as vast and every bit as unique. Just as we wouldn't expect people of different cultures to see or do things as we would. In fact, we'd be disappointed if they did. This principle tells us that the individual difference in our ways of seeing the world prohibits this as well. It's not a matter of merely tolerating differences, but of truly understanding and honoring the fact that it literally cannot be any other way. I have seen an understanding of this principle change lives in ways you will not understand until you apply it to your own life. It can virtually eliminate quarrels everywhere in your life. You see, when we expect to see things differently, when we take it at a given that others will do things differently and react differently to the same things, the same stimuli, the same events, the same conversation that we have, the compassion that we have for ourselves and others rises dramatically. Now, the moment we expect otherwise, the potential for conflict exists. I really want you to understand this. When you understand that people are authentic, they are different from you, they are not clones of you. There are big differences that make them unique and special just because they are who they are. And they are going to react differently because their perceptions are different, their thoughts are different, their emotions are different, their feelings are different. How they're viewing all of this is different. It could be the exact same thing, but I promise you, both of you will have two different sides of this. This is called episodic memory. And it's a very real thing in the world of psychology and those that study how the brain works. So if you can accept them, to be them, to think like them, however it may be, that it is different from you at all times, you will have more inner peace. You will be on your way to living a more magical life where quarrels no longer exist. And you realize just how special you are, how special everyone around you is, and how special your entire world is, which leads to more gratitude, which leads to more balance, which leads to more harmony. You stay in the flow, you keep it going, and you're living a more magical life. Guys, this really is the basis. I don't care what religion you are. This is the basis of everything. I study religions as a hobby. I have since I was 8 years old, trying to understand the truth, why everybody thinks they're different and yet right. And you're wrong if you don't think like me. I'm here to tell you, just because you don't think like me, I value that. I value you. I value that perspective. And I encourage you to consider deeply and respect the fact that we are all very different. For my friends, when you do, the love you feel for others, as well as the appreciation you have for your own uniqueness, does increase. It does change your life. I promise, my friends, you will see difference just by applying any of these tips. But if you apply all of them, you will see a magical life in ways you have never, ever experienced before. I really hope that you've enjoyed this tip for a magical life. If this is your first time, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. Now, to make sure you don't miss any tips for a magical life, make sure that you hit that like and subscribe button right now. And guys, I promise these tips are proven through psychology, okay? Through numerous different types of therapy, as well as life coaching and business success for you to have a magical life. This is not dependent on religion in any way, shape, or form, because religion is a personal journey. And I get that, and I respect that. And that is your choice, your preference, what makes you unique. We're not all the same. Now, guys, if you need some help along your journey in life, by all means, reach out to me. My information is here on the screen. But I offer readings. I'm a psychic and a medium. I offer coaching for business and life success. I offer classes on occult, magic, how to improve your life, and divination. And I offer spell kits, everything that you need to do a ritual to improve your life immediately. Now, this is on my site, www.mywitchykit.com. Go ahead and check it out if that sounds interesting to you. You don't have to. But until next time, my friends, love and light, peace and progress. Lady Ember, out.